So I'm back on my inspections done query, and now I can go to my Merlot Place 50 exit inspection that I just uploaded. And in this video, I want to show you how you can go about generating a report. So it's very simple actually. All you need to do is select the drop-down option under Generate Reports, and then click on Full Checklist Report. Now this will bring up a box where you can specify some options for the report. So if you want to exclude empty items, so in other words, items where you didn't specify a condition, so maybe there were some redundant items in your checklist that weren't applicable and you just left them empty. If you want to exclude those from the report entirely, you can just switch it on here. The same for the photos. If for some reason you need a report without photos, that's going to be a lot smaller, you can just switch it on and it won't include any photos in the report. In this case, I'm going to switch this one off. And then there's also the option to switch on a little initials block on each of the area pages, so that when you send this to the tenant, there's a little space at the bottom right hand corner of the page where they can initial this inspection report. So let's switch that on so you can see what it looks like, and then you just click on compile report. Now once the report is compiled, it gets added to the reports tab here at the top. So if I navigate to the reports tab, you can see there is the report that was just generated. So if I want to review or preview this report, I can just click on this little magnifying glass and that will open up the report for me. So you can see it has all the property and company and landlord tenant detail in there. And then we've also got a little disclaimers and terms section. Let me just show you. If you open your settings and you go to inspection defaults, then you'll see there's a section that says checklist inspection, disclaimers and terms. And this is where you can specify the details of those terms. If you take this out completely, then that page will just be left out when you compile a report. So if you have some general terms and conditions you want to include with each and every report, then just put it under your settings and it will put it in here when you generate the report. Now we've got each of our areas, so you can see it indicates how many photos there are for an item, and then below that we've got all of the photos for that area, and any copied photos that came from a previous inspection will be indicated with a little copy icon. There's our living area, and we can also see some recommendations that we made during the inspection, and then right at the bottom we've got our signatures and the general comments. Now, if you want to forward an inspection report to the landlord or the tenant or even a contractor, you can easily do that by clicking on this little forward icon, and that will bring up a pop-up where you can specify who you want to forward it to. In this case, let's say we want to email it to the tenant, and we can click on compile email. And that basically brings up the email form with that latest report attached, and I can even use my saved replies. Let's see if I have one here, inspection report attached. And it's got the default body text that I specified in my email template. And this way I can easily send that report to the tenant. And you can follow the same steps to send it to the contractor, for instance. So if you select contractor, then it will ask you which contractor do you want to send it to, select the contractor, and then follow the same process. Now, if someone returns a signed report to you, for instance, that was not generated on the system, or maybe you generated one, sent it to the tenant, and then they sent back the initial report, you can upload it under your inspection reports by clicking New Document, and then typing the name, selecting Inspection, and then you just select the report from your desktop.